Time to talk about a little bit of health and happiness and all the good things in life. Dr. Ganz Ferrance is joining us on the noon program today, talking about a new way actually, or a new perspective to look at health and happiness.
Yeah.
Why do we need to do this?
Well, I think, we tend to look at ourselves like, in terms of survival and getting through, right? If we can keep putting one foot ahead of the other and keep going forward.
Get through the daily grind and we'll end up ahead.
Yeah,
kind of an idea.
But the problem is that's not very fulfilling, right? It gets us through and we survive, but...
Well, and you ask people, how you doing? Well, I'm surviving.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And what I'm saying is, why not change our perspective on that and maybe think about looking at ourselves in a different way?
Which is?
Well, I
don't know. I still need to eat, and I still need to pay the bills, and I still need to go to work every
You need
day.
to do that, absolutely. But if you make just a slight shift in the way you look at things, life can be a lot more fun, and you get a lot more out of it. And the task of eating and paying your bills and all that other stuff gets a lot easier as well.
Okay. Someone told me you were going to give the parable of the Porsche.
Right. Sure.
Is this it in a nutshell?
Yeah, well, think about it this way.
Okay.
So I know a guy, he bought a Porsche, right? So he saved up his money, bought a Porsche, and as soon as he got the Porsche, he started driving it. And, he was having so much fun driving it, he never bothered to read the owner's manual or listen to the salesperson. So he just kept driving it and kept driving it. He kind of put cheap gas in it, never took it in for its regular service, and, never really changed the oil, nothing. He kept driving it, right?
He's having a good time driving it.
Well, sure, he's having a good time driving it, but what happens is that one day he wakes up and it's not starting anymore, right? So he's basically got to tow it into the shop and get it repaired. Unfortunately, we look at our lives in the same way. We keep going, keep driving, and keep pushing, and really never stop to look after ourselves in a regular way. Now, most of us would never desecrate a Porsche like that, right? But unfortunately, we do that with our lives and never stop to do the scheduled maintenance, which is seeing somebody or the folks who were on a little earlier talking about the Father's Day walk, getting checked out for certain things, or looking at prevention. But in addition to prevention, you can also look at enhancement. What kind of joy and things can you add to it?
And that's where I was going to, prevention, to me, that sounds like, your standard stuff, like making sure you're eating, and taking care of your health and all that kind of thing. But how vital is it to be happy or to find those, but to make room for those moments, I guess?
Well, think about it this way. If you think about the last time you were sad or angry and how you felt inside, right? And versus the last time you were happy and really joyous and how you felt inside. There's physiological changes that happen in each state. And happiness helps your health, right? It helps to improve your health, but it also helps your functioning and your productivity. Some recent studies have shown that people who invest in their own happiness, health, and well-being have a return on investment somewhere between 300 to 600%. So we just ended up RSP season. I mean, that's pretty good return on investment, I think.
So you have to determine what makes you happy, though, I guess. You have to determine, you still have to survive. You have all those things you have to do throughout a day. So you have to find those moments. Like consciously say, I'm going to find my moments for happiness this week? Or?
Well, I think
it sounds kind of artificial, actually.
But it's whatever we pay attention to, because what we know is whatever we pay attention to tends to expand in our lives. We tend to notice more of them. It's like if you ever bought a new car, all of a sudden you see a whole bunch of those cars on the street. Well, they've always been on the street, but you just never noticed them because you weren't paying attention. If you consciously try to pay attention to this sort of thing, then you will find more of that good stuff coming into your life. You'll notice more, and if you actually take time to spend time with it, you'll actually get more of an experience of it, and that helps everything work better in your whole life as well.
There's a lot of people going, yeah, that's a good idea, and then they get busy with other stuff, and it goes by the wayside. How often does that? A lot.
Yeah, most of us actually.
But you're going to keep trying to make that suggestion, and hopefully it'll sink in.
Well, because what happens is, the better we do, the better everything we care about does as well, right? The better we are in our families and our relationships, the more functional and more productive we are in our jobs, the better we can think and be creative and problem solve. Everything works better when we're better. So it seems counterintuitive, but it's a really good investment.
Okay. If you want to talk to a Ferrance Group team member, maybe you need a little more encouragement. You hear this message about 28,000 more times. 428-LIFE, that's 5433. ApsiLife.com is where you can get some more information. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.